Alright, so in the previous passage, Charon enumerates all of the different reasons why he feels suspicious of allowing Aeneas or any sort of armed mortal and still living person to come down to the underworld and cross the river. Right? The Sibyl, here you have Amphrysiawates. This epithet given to the Sibyl is highly elusive, and it refers to a river which Apollo's cattle grazed upon. And so she's called Amphrisian here simply as a substitute for Apollinian. And the idea here is because Apollo is seen as the source of her prophecies. Okay, so the Amphrysia Vates, fata est, spoke, note that this is your perfect form from fora fari fatus, contra quae. So against which things, or contrary to which things. And the quae here in this relative clause refers back to all of the reasons which Charon enumerated. All right? And then you begin her direct speech, and she tells you that nulla hic insidiae tales. Here, hic, this is a long I. That is the spatial adverb. There are no such plots here. And then she commands him absiste movere. Note here you got a passive, a present passive infinitive. Nec vim tela ferunt. Right. Note here tela, thrown or missile weapons. And then vim. This has sort of an irregular declension. Nominally, it's part of the third, but rather irregular because you'll note it has that ablative in we. Here you can see that vis isn't simply strength, but has suggestions of violence. Here, this construction with licet is going to use a couple of subjunctives to indicate it is permitted that, in the sense that one is granting. So granted, the ingensianitor, who is latrans at the antro, and here aeternum is used in sort of a strange adverbial sense, right? Barking eternally. He exsanguis terreat umbras. Here you want to take this I as long. This is an accusative plural agreeing with umbras. The umbrae are described as being exsangues, deprived of blood. This harkens back to the Homeric conception, where in the Odyssey, you might remember, the souls had to drink blood before they were even given the ability to speak. Here, terreat, note present subjunctive from terreo, terere. Here again, licet, and Proserpina is going to be your subject of licet here. So it is permitted that Proserpina, who is described here as casta, servet, limen, and then patrui here is a dative of special interest for her uncle. Note that her uncle Hades also happens to be her husband. Okay. Then she switches. So you've got these two. So Cerberus can do this. Proserpina can do that. But here, then, the subject switches to Troios Aeneas, who's described as insignis. And then you want to take pietate et armis here as ablatives of description with insignis. So insignis for or with pietate et armis. He descendit ad genitorem imas erbi ad umbras. So note you have two odds right here, ad and ad, but ad genitorem, is one, and then imas ad umbras. You should take this as ad imas umbras, okay? And then of erebus. Here, cite nulla moet tantae pietates imago. You want to construe nulla with imago. Si nulla imago tantae pietates te moet. And then you hear at ramum hunc agnoscas. No, agnoscas here is the present subjunctive. So you want to say something like, perhaps you might recognize ramum hunc. And then here there's an aside, aperit ramum qui veste lateba. That should be fairly straightforward. Here then you see tumida ex iratum corda residunt. Take tumida and corda together, right? The swollen heart, ex ira residunt. Note your verb is plural, as are corda here, but it's not as though Charon has multiple hearts. This is just a poetic plural. And then nec plura his, this is really condensed. You want to say something like nec plura dicta sunt, nor more things. His here is an ablative of comparison with plura, not more than these. Ile is going to refer back to charon, and note right here you've got a present active participle. Ile admirans the venerabile donum. This refers to all of these things are about the golden bough which Aeneas had gotten as his entry ticket into the underworld. So admirans the venerabile donum of the fatalis virgae, note genitive singular right here, longo post tempore visum. Here this participle visum is going to modify donum. So it's the donum of the fatalis virgae, visum longo post tempore. So take longo and tempore together. Note the use of post with the ablative here. Admirans, this sets out the circumstances under which the main action takes place. So admirans, blah, 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 he advertit caeruleam pupim. Note that here caeruleus, even though a lot of times this blue color is used to refer to the sea, or the sea in the sky, it has something of a darker connotation here. And then ripa propinquat, here note that this verb propinquo goes with the dative case of the thing approaching.